Hello guys, just wanted to keep you update on what's going on. If you listen in the background, there is a music playing. It's ambient nature music that I found. And along with that, I added the first sword effect, which has a whoosh sound. Now, if it sounds like there's static, there actually isn't. Not in the recording at least. In the um in the sound itself in the game, the sound is a little staticky. I don't know if that's supposed to be rain or not, but you might not even be able to hear it because I'm trying some new recording things to try to remove the static from the normal video. So it might just remove the static from here as well. But that being said, I just want to show you this. From now on, I will probably have the sound muted while I talk, but just to know that it's there and I added it. Okay, so now I've been working on enemies, which you can't really see an enemy here now, but imagine in the center of this circle there's an enemy, and I've been working mainly on pathfinding. Now, if you look, a circle appeared, which tells me that a path was not found, which is a problem I've been having, which is sometimes, see there it worked, but sometimes the enemies can't find a path to walk to even when there clearly is a path. Most of the time it works, but sometimes, as you see there, it just doesn't. And I haven't been able to quite figure out why, and that's been eating up a lot of time. It's been a while since I've updated this because I've just been having this problem, and I wanted to show you that I've been doing something. It's just really hard to fix. But hopefully the next time I record, it'll be done and ready to move on. Well, I figured out the problem, and it was a really stupid and silly problem. I just had to change this line right here to have return null instead of return start. And when doing that, it's not really a full fix, but it works. And so it's fine with me. So now every time I go in, oh, I forgot to refresh it. I was wondering why that wasn't working. Oh, that was almost bad. Okay, so now that's refreshed, every time I walk into it, it will create a path no matter what, unless there, of course, actually isn't a path for the enemy to walk to. Another problem I've been having, which it's kind of laggy right now, and that's just because of the recording and because I have this in full screen. I have a really big monitor, which means I can see a lot more than normal, but as I said in the last episode, the smaller you have it, the less laggy it'll be. But now, all I have to do is make the enemies actually move and make it so that they actually have a sprite so that you can see them. Hopefully next time, that'll happen. Okay, as you see, I was able to get sprites to work with enemies. And there's little line on their butt, but I know what that is, and I'm not 100% sure how to fix it quite yet, but hopefully it will get fixed. But other than that, I got movement to work, but it's kind of silly because it's kind of broken, but I figured I'd show you anyway. So when I'm moving around to the right side of him, he obviously doesn't move forward, but he's trying. But it works when I'm on this side of the enemy. I'm not 100% sure why yet, but hopefully I can get this fixed because I don't think this is very realistic in how it should work. Okay, well, I kind of got it to work, but there are still some more problems that I need to address. First of all, his movement is kind of bad in that when he's moving to the player, he's a little jumpy. Secondly, he doesn't fully update the path until I move. So if I'm standing still, he won't go to me. But if I move, it'll update. And that is solely because if I'm not moving, it doesn't think there's a valid path. And that has to do with that quick and dirty fix I had before which was just changing that one line of code to null. But now it looks like I'm gonna have to actually fix it properly instead of using that, otherwise that'll never get fixed. The second thing, or the third thing, is kind of the path should be updated more frequently. So if I'm walking, I can just walk behind him like that and get out of the path, which shouldn't happen. It should be constantly being updated instead of having it only update. Right now it only updates once he's finished the path. So no matter how much I move, if he's still moving on a path, it won't update. So that'll also have to be fixed. But hopefully I'll have that fixed soon because it is driving me crazy. So I've been trying to figure out how to deal with enemy pathfinding, and it's turned out to be taking way too long. So for now, I'm just going to use a different method for pathfinding, which means that there isn't any pathfinding. The enemy will just move towards the player all the time. And this runs faster anyway, but it does cause problems where the enemy can't figure out how to get to you, so he can easily get stuck. But because this does run smoother than before, I'm able to create a lot more of them. But this is going to have to do for now until I decide to rework the entire pathfinding code and figure out hopefully what was wrong with it. But now I'm just going to deal with some animations, like making the enemy turn towards you and have a moving animation. And then hopefully I'll be done with this video. Okay, I finally got animations to work. So now he will turn to face you, and he will have a walking animation when he is walking towards you. Next time I'm going to have him be able to attack, and I will make it so I can attack him, which means I'm going to have to implement stuff like health bars, hit boxes, and all that fun stuff, and damage calculators. So that's going to be a fun time. But I think that's going to do it for this time. I got to get this video out now so that I don't keep you guys waiting. Sorry this one took so long. This was a lot of figuring out to do when it came to all the pathfinding. And hopefully someday I'll come back to that and make better pathfinding that actually works. But until next time, see ya.